Puff before, and so I watched the Can't Stop Won't Stop
Uh-huh.
movie, and I had no idea when I saw that you and Faye had not been good this whole time. I know people. I guess people might have known that. I watched it and was like floored that they caught that moment and
Mm-hmm.
how dope and special that moment to watch was. I don't know what to shoot, what
Mm-hmm.
that felt like, or where you're at now, or
Yeah, it was, it's a God-given thing when something like that can happen,
right. Did you
you
have?
know?
Did you know that was gonna happen, or they put the
I don't
cameras
know.
on?
I mean, you know what? It didn't happen right. It didn't happen like right then and there. Like
Right.
the very first, we had a show at the Garden.
Uh-huh.
Remember that very first show we had where Puffy brought us? It was the very first show, literally,
Yes, yes, yes,
where
yes.
Puffy
Well,
and
he wasn't
Dr.
happy
Dre was
with the
in.
show,
No,
right?
not the one where we did the Barclay.
Okay, got it.
Because that was, I'm talking about a year before that when
Okay.
Dr. Dre came out and we were at Madison Square Garden, the smaller part of the garden. Wait,
Hmm.
when
The
was
theater
that?
at the Garden.
The
Yes,
theater.
yes, yes, yes.
Remember? And Dr. Dre was
Yeah,
there
yeah,
and
yes.
Snoop. And I'm trying to think what else happened
And
that
she
day.
was there.
She was there.
And you
And
guys weren't
that
happy.
was the very first time we talked. She came up to me and genuinely said some nice things to me. And she said some nice things about my daughter. And she was just like, she just basically was very sincere.
Yeah.
And, I felt like all the other times that she came up to me or we had her and she tried to, like, for whatever reason, I didn't think it was sincere.
Right.
At
Maybe
the
you
time.
weren't ready to receive
And
it.
I wasn't ready to receive it at the
Yeah.
time, so I didn't think it was sincere. For me,
Yeah.
it didn't come off sincere. And maybe it really wasn't. God do things for a reason because
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't, or maybe I wasn't ready. That's what I feel like. Maybe, you know, she wasn't like all the way there, and then maybe I wasn't all the way there. So God do things at the right
When
time.
it's supposed to
So
happen.
that was when we did the garden. That was actually the first time. That wasn't taped or anything. That was
Right.
because the garden happened like a year before.
Isn't that a good feeling though when that happens?
Mm-hmm. It's a
It's
great
like because you could
feeling.
like let something. It's like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. There's some things
Yeah.
you can never fix, but some things when you can fix them, it's like I don't know. It's just like a release of
Yeah.
like I never want problems with anybody. Sometimes you can't help
Yeah.
it because other people's whatever. But
No, it's true.
you know what I
It's
mean.
true.
You don't
It's
want problems.
no, no one. I don't. I mean, there's some people who probably do,
Right.
but because it's how they work, how they live their life, you could tell they look for it.
Right.
But never have I been that type of person to want it, or
Right.
either that it's just that I'm always a very overly sweet sometimes person, and to a fault. I don't know it. It's just me being myself. And then a lot of times I get taken advantage of, or
Yeah.
so I have to be overly aggressive after that. Like I have to be overly overly defensive. Protective
Yeah.
of not just me,
Mhm.
but also my brand. Because
Mhm.
in the industry, that's just what
You
it
can't
is.
just be out here letting people just.
Yeah, you can't just be. So I don't know.
No, I feel that.
It was really
It was nice to see as somebody who's known you
Yeah.
both and also a fan, and it just was nice to
Yeah.
see. Like I appreciated that they caught that, and I thought that whole doc was like crazy
It
inspiring.
was so